Alright guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back to How to Speedrun Final Fantasy VII. And today's going to be part 17, where we're going to be going over the Return to Junon with the Junon cutscene skip. We're going to be doing the Fort Condor minigame, as well as like all the menus leading up to the train fights, and the train fights themselves with the Corel skip. Yeah, just a heads up guys, I've finally gone through all of the raw footage that I recorded back in Michigan. And so halfway through the video, you're going to see a switch to this new room. Hope it's not too jarring, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for supporting the series. And thank you guys for bearing with me while I edit these up and get the stuff done. Really appreciate it, but you guys have a good one. I'll see you later. And from here, honestly, we just got a lot of dialogue. So don't forget, you're going to talk to Tifa after Sephiroth cries. More dialogue. Sephiroth shows up. Cloud's gonna shrug his shoulders. After he shrugs his shoulders, talk to Tifa one time, even though she says nothing. And then talk to Sephiroth. More dialogue. Cloud's gonna shrug his shoulders again. Once he shrugs his shoulders, you're gonna talk to Tifa. And more dialogue. It's literally just dialogue forever. Dialogue and more dialogue. Yeah, it's gonna be dialogue all the way until you get control of Tifa. More and more dialogue. All right, so one thing to be careful of when you're in this room and you have control of Tifa, Barrett's gonna stand in this corner back here, and he wants you to come forward, and a cutscene's gonna start, but after the cutscene's done, you need to talk to Barrett to advance the story. Sometimes, if you're too close to him when the cutscene sequence starts, it actually makes it so you can't talk to Barrett at all. Like, you just can't talk to him for some reason, and it's glitched. And in that case, what you would have to do is I run, like, all the way back here and try to, like... I just try to, like, mess up my movement and then, like, come back in here just to see if I can talk to Barrett. It seems to work if I get away from this wall and, like, come back here for a little bit and then try to talk to him again. But yeah, so that is a thing where you can, like, glitch Barrett so you can't talk to him here. So I like to keep just, like, a little bit of distance from him. But yeah, when you gain control, I like to just, like, kind of, you know, inch my way up. And then you have the scene, and then you just talk to Barrett right afterwards. Just like that. All right, so nothing fancy on this first screen here, but there's a nice little time save on the next screen. You can skip ahead here. But also, you can kind of cut in front of Tifa. You can cut in front of Tifa here. Nice little time save. Okay, and you just got some more dialogue. Alright, so one thing that a lot of people don't know about this fight here with Cait Sith and Barrett, you can just run away from it. So yeah, once you've ran away from that fight, you go to the chamber. Also remember, step count is going to be live, so be cautious of your movement. And just try to talk to the chamber. Alrighty, so in these scenes coming up, there's actually a pretty cool skip that we're going to be doing. We're going to save about a minute's worth of time, minute and a half's worth of time, where we're going to exit this cutscene by moving an invisible cloud into a loading zone during the cutscene. So it is on the screen after this one, where let's freeze right when it changes. So pretty much Cloud is somewhere up here in the top corner right now. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna move down and then down and left to get into this zone. And there's a nice little visual cue for when to add left. So like before the screen, you are just buffering run and down. And then the camera here is slowly panning up. And once this roof of the door, like the opening of the door, is eclipsed by the bottom of the screen, that is when you add left. And if done properly, you should exit the cutscene. That should look like this. So again, I'm holding down, Holding down. Add left. And we're in there. So, honestly, it's a very easy skip. But if you're not focusing on what you're doing, it can be easy to fumble. And then you just have to watch the cutscene. Alright, so once you skip the cutscene, you go down here. And pretty much you're just making your way back to the room. Alright, step count is going to be live right here. So be cautious of it. You could get an encounter. And it teleports Barrett to the end of the room because this is where you're supposed to be at the end of that cutscene. But the music is wrong. Also, step count is live, so just be cautious. I should also add, you're going to be walking 3 steps after this encounter. You're going to be walking 3 steps here. So if you got it prior, if you got the encounter prior, be sure to walk the steps then. If you get this encounter like right before this little Kate Sith cutscene, you can just get the scene first and then walk the steps. One, two, three. And also, I believe in Zeal's run, in the current world record, I believe he has an encounter skip on this screen. This is not something that I do personally, or yet at least, but I would reference his run if you want to see an encounter skip here. You're gonna need very, very incredibly good step manipulation to skip this encounter. If you're gonna try to like get a consistent setup with it, you're gonna need to be very good at the step manipulation. So probably gonna be something you're gonna hold off on until you're advanced with this game. But yeah, you can skip that encounter. All right, so after the scene, you're gonna proceed. Gonna hit the switch. And step count is actually turned off during this mini cutscene here. So you kind of want to maximize the amount of steps you're gonna run during that scene. And from here, it's just dialogue and the chamber. Yeah. Legs twice. Head. Legs and head. Head and right arm. And then right arm. Alright, turn off the gas. And go to the door. From here, it's just gonna be dialogue and more scenes. Alright, so you just want to continually move down. Nothing special. Alright, so when you reach Scarlet here, you can try to win the slap fight if you want. Optimally winning the slap fight is exactly as fast as optimally losing the slap fight. So I would recommend just losing. But if you want to try your luck, go for it. Then from here, it's just scenes until the high wind. But alrighty, so once you're at this point, you're just gonna page through the dialogue. Page through the dialogue, go downstairs, go into the main part of the high wind. And then when you're here, you're just gonna page through the dialogue until Tifa says not enough crew. And when she says not enough crew here, you're gonna talk to Red. And then after this sequence finishes, you're gonna go up to where Sid just ran. Very important. Don't talk to Sid. If you talk to Sid, you get stuck in a conversation that's not necessary. What you want to do is actually talk to the pilot. And then Sid will tell you to go to the operations room. So you can set your party. Alright, when you're in here, your party doesn't matter, honestly, so just do the fastest thing. Just like that. And now you're gonna fly to Mediel. Alright, so cool thing about the high wind, you actually don't want to, like, slowly turn and face your direction and then drive straight forward. You can actually just hold the square button and then go diagonal like this, and you can cut your line straight to Medial. And so before you go to the hospital area, there's a couple things we're gonna want to do. We actually need to get the cursed ring. The way you do that is you're gonna go into this shop, and you need to knock on the door. This allows you to pick up the key. If you didn't knock on the door, you actually won't be able to pick up the key beforehand, so you need to knock on the door first. Right here, just confirm on the key to pick it up. All right, very important. You can kill your run here if you're not paying attention. What's gonna happen here? My visual cue for this, to make sure I don't skip the dialogue sequence, because you need to pick the second option coming up. The camera is going to turn, and once the camera turns, you're closing 2 dialogue boxes. So, camera turn, 1, 2, down. You need to tell the truth. And doing so will get you the cursed ring. The cursed ring is really cool because it'll automatically apply death sentence onto Tifa. And it will also, like, the death sentence part of the cursed ring is supposed to be a negative effect because it boosts a bunch of your stats. But, you know, we get benefits from death sentence because we have the power soul weapons, so it's a win-win for us. Then after that, you're gonna go over here to the materia shop. And you are going to go into the sell menu, and you are going to sell every piece of equipment except the curse ring and the wizard bracelet. So that means you're selling the eating coat, trident, gold armlet, power wrist, mithril armlet, silver armlet. We're going to sell the water ring, poison ring, bolt armlet, enhanced sword, and the reflect ring. And now what you want to do is you're going to buy destruct first. And then you're gonna buy all, or as many HP pluses as you can, leaving yourself with at least 4,000 gil. This is a really good range. It is actually possible to have too much money here, and that will inconvenience the Fort Condor minigame. And so you want to not have anything above 4,400. This will also work in multiples of 1,000. So if you have, you know, 5,100 or 6,100 or 8,100, it's fine. You're just gonna have to spend through a little bit more money during the Fort Condor minigame. Pretty much, you need to end up in scenarios that don't end up with you being able to spawn a soldier in. Because soldiers, you cannot auto-delete at Fort Condor, and you have to have them run all the way down for you to fail the minigame, because it's faster to fail Fort Condor. So 4,100 is really good. Don't get anything above 4,400. If you have like 4,500, like, you know, 4,550, that's fine because there are some other lower tier structures that you can buy and delete. But just to be safe, you're gonna want to have, you know, 41, 42, 4,300. Just make sure you cannot afford any foot soldiers. If you're in a weird gil range, what you can do, you can go to any extra Molotovs or grenades that you have, and you can sell these. Don't sell potions. I mean, you can, but you're gonna want potions for the rest of the game to adjust Tifa's health. But yeah, so Molotovs and grenades are good to sell to adjust your gil. You know, even if you have to go up to the next 1,000, you know, like 5,100, that's fine. You know, you just have to buy one more tower. Alrighty, and once the shopping is done, you can proceed up and progress the story. And it's just gonna be skipping dialogue until you get control of Sid. Alrighty, so we've got our new leader. You're just gonna run back to the operations room so you can set your party. You're gonna want to take Red 13. You're gonna want to take Red 13 and Kate Sith. Just like that. Now you're gonna fly to Fort Condor. And there's actually a cool little speed strat entering Fort Condor. So if you enter and you hold forward, like you just hold forward, you get pulled into this conversation. But if you hold upright, you just run around them. Alright, so when you enter in Fort Condor, we're going to be doing some equipping. You're going to give Sid the curse ring that you just got, along with the wizard bracelet. Don't forget the wizard bracelet. Then you're going to give Red the ribbon, and you're going to press square to go into the materia menu. And you're going to exchange. You want Kate Sith to have the enemy skill that Sid currently has, because you need Kate Sith and Red 13 set up with enemy skills that have laser on it. And you want Sid to have the one that only has magic breath. So do that. And before you close out of this menu, arrange your materia. And then you're gonna L1 over to Sid. Go into his top weapon. And you're gonna equip Comet. You're gonna go down where Rama is, because this is connected to Elemental. And when you open the menu here, you're gonna R1 and give it this HP plus that's right under long range. This is because HP plus paired with Elemental has a hidden damage modifier. Where you defend against the hidden element, and this will be able to help us survive Ultima Weapon. But alright, so after you've done that, you're going to go back up to the top, and L1 back up, and you're going to give yourself MP Turbo. MP Turbo with Comet is going to be beneficial in the train fights. You're going to go up to Restore, and then you're gonna come down here and put Added Cut down here. The reason why we were putting these materials where we slot them is because later in the run, we're going to be taking Sid's armor and putting it right onto Tifa. So we're also setting up Tifa here. So with Added Cut, you're gonna get Death Blow. You're gonna have this enemy skill. Remember, the one that has only magic breath on it. You're gonna go down to long range. And then you're gonna R1 and equip the two summons here, Shiva and Bahamut. And then go up to the top, give yourself HP plus. You're gonna R1 over to Red 13. You're gonna equip 2 HP pluses. And then before you move, if you L1 here, you should be right on the enemy skill. Like literally right on it, it's perfect. And then R1 over to Kate Sith, R1 down, and give the final 2 HP pluses. And that's your menu. Nice and easy. But now let's do that at a faster pace. Just like that. And then after you menu, you're gonna come over here and talk to this guy at the table. Alrighty, so after the conversation, you're just gonna go up top and talk to the person standing by the window. Try your best to not step onto the stool here, because you do get pulled into a cutscene. I'm gonna page through this. Your options are all the way at the bottom. You're going to enough. Second option for okay ready. So this is the Fort Condor minigame where you're going to find out if you have the correct amount of money. Right out the gate, you're just going to start the game. And you're going to buy 4 Tri-Stoners, or as many as you need, and instantly remove them. Just like that. Alrighty, so once you've initiated the boss sequence, our goal here is to just lose the fight as fast as possible. So you want to cast Magic Breath on yourself with any character that you can. And then if the boss here happens to kill the person that's casting Magic Breath, make sure you just cast it with a different character. Game over. Alrighty, so once you failed the minigame, you're gonna be kicked out. And all you have to do right now is heal up. Just heal once on every character. You'll be fine to survive Corel. So just one each, and go. And we're gonna go back to Corel. Also, I need to see. I am on active right now, okay. Yep, we're just gonna fly to Corel, and then initiate the train sequence. Alrighty, so remember, step count is going to be live in these sequences. And then you can get this fight on this previous screen, or you can get it here. But once you've gotten it, make sure when you're on this screen, you're gonna walk 7 steps after this encounter. So with that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you should get this fight towards the bottom of this dip. Alrighty, and once you get to the save point, you're gonna want to tranquilize everybody. And tent, tranquilize tent, and then make sure you are on ATB wait. Very important. And we're just gonna proceed forward. For this first fight, you're just gonna magic breath with anyone. Alright, and you're just gonna skip dialogue until you're about to jump trains. Alright, so this section, you're pretty much just gonna alternate between up and triangle, trying to find the rhythm that accelerates the train. You can tell the train's accelerating with the wheel animations. That was a little poor, but you know, you just feel it out. Alright, so once you've made the jump, on this first enemy, you are going to comet with Sid. There is a chance that Sid can be silenced here. It is really annoying. And what you also want to do is you want to throw a Molotov with another character here. Because if Sid doesn't do 3,000 damage, you will have to use a Molotov to kill. But yeah, if Sid gets silenced, all you want to do is laser with one character and then magic breath with another one. Alrighty, second fight here, what you want to do. You're gonna want to throw a Dragon Fang. And then Magic Breath. Typically, if you're not Magic Breathing with Sid here, this Magic Breath will not kill. So I do like to Death Blow with Sid. In this instance, Sid has been silenced. Oh, we're fine. Yeah, like, if anybody happens to survive or both happen to survive, you can Death Blow with Sid and hope that he'll hit both of them, because he has Death Blow added cut. But alrighty, so after that fight, what you want to do, you want to heal up everybody with Sid, and then just give Sid a Turbo Ether. Nice and easy. For this fight, you are going to laser with Kate Sith and Red, and then Comet with Sid. The laser, get ready with Comet. You know, ATB wait tricking the entire time. And what you want to do afterwards is throw a Molotov with the character. Throw a Molotov, and then also you can cue a grenade with Kate Sith, because there is a chance that this Molotov doesn't kill, but the grenade should. Yep. And then you can safety heal if you'd like. Alrighty, this fight, you're gonna laser, and then magic breath with Sid. It's nice. Magic breath does extra damage on this because they're weak against electricity. And just for this last fight, you're gonna want a magic breath. If you happen to be out of MP for whatever reason, you know, you can use death blow with Sid, and then you can like Molotov. Oh, yep. If your last person is put to sleep, if your last person is put to sleep, you know, just death blow and then Molotov. But alright. Now all you gotta do is just stop the train. You know, typically, I don't really know if these inputs even matter, honestly. I just alternate between up, down, and X triangle, and then I close the dialogue boxes as they appear. Honestly, I don't think this really does anything. I think it's just a sequence meant to scare you. But alrighty, so we got the Corel skip now. Gonna be learning how to do the Corel skip. So right here, once you've received the huge materia, this is gonna be your setup. You're gonna run down, like only run down until you bonk. And then you're gonna alternate left and right, trying to get Sid's feet exactly here. And you can always get this unit of movement if you are running the entire time. Don't go past this, because if you go past this, you'll get locked into the cutscene here, which isn't necessarily bad if you fail this, because you do get a full heal. The only bad side effect is that you have to re-tranquilize the party. So you waste a couple tranks. But yeah, what you want to look for is Sid's toes here, peeking over this yellow railing. Yeah, this is the setup you're looking for. And you're gonna want to open the menu, because we're gonna do a menu here. Since we're not getting the full heal, we are gonna heal ourselves. And then you want to just take the ribbon off red, press square to open the materia menu, and you're gonna want to take off all the materia on red in Kateseth. So bam, 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 bam. And then when you're closing out of this menu, you're gonna be holding up left and confirm. No run, just up left and confirm. And what's gonna happen here is you're gonna initiate the skip. And what you have to do, because you can soft lock here, you're gonna want to just run all the way to the left, where the monorail is. It's called a monorail. What's it called? The train car? You're gonna want to run left where the train car is, and then zone out so that you can zone back in and the story has progressed. So that's gonna look like this. You get the dialogue box, exit the dialogue box, and just move all the way down here and zone out. And you're good. So now you've completed the Corel sequence, and we're gonna go back to Medeal.